Welcome back to the channel. It is another match day. It's Fleetwood away. It's a big game. Every game is going to be big before now and the end of the season. A lot of the sides around us, well, 3 of them, if you count in Salford as well, play in the early kickoff at 12:30. So, you know, I'm hoping that they drop a few points. If not, it's going to mount more pressure on Notts. It's as I've said, a massive game. It's a squad I've never been to. Really, really looking forward to it. Potentially have Jody back. Let's get going. Just pulled in at the services then. It's getting on for 12:30, about a bit past 12:30. Sean Richards services, which I've never heard of. I might not have even said that right. Some really bad traffic on the way. Just as we were on our way into Stoke, that was quite a bad crash where a car had sort of spun around. We got past it before the road was shut. But yeah, not a great drive so far. The early kickoffs have started. Hence it being just past 12:30, 2-0 so far. We could really do with at least one of those sides dropping points in the early kickoff. So about another 45 minutes to go, and then team news will be out soon, so we'll get a chat on with that. I don't think Jody will start. I think Jody will be on the bench, but it's a huge game for us. I can't emphasize this enough. I mean, if we go into this on a loss or even a draw, makes Barrow on Tuesday even bigger, and then Wimbledon next week is a massive fixture. Probably other than Doncaster at home, those two are probably the 2 biggest fixtures left of the season.
To take their time to make sure that they can get into position.
Arrived then 20 minutes to 2. Other games, Salford are beating Bradford currently, and Tranmere are 1-1 with Port Vale. Tranmere were leading, so points dropped as it stands. We know what it's like in a promotion race. I'll probably look back in a couple of minutes and they'll both be winning the game. But, you know, as it stands right now, it could be playing into Notts' favour. As I say, we're only about 10 minutes into the second half. Going to go find somewhere to go and have a quick drink, and then we are going to get into the ground. Team news for Notts is about 15-20 minutes away. Team news out much as expected, but it's good to see Jones is on the bench, and also Macari, who didn't really have any expectation for to come back, is on the bench. Jarvis drops out, Cerula's in, which I am pretty happy about. I said that on Thursday's show that I'd like that to be the change. Traore does start on the bench again, which I said would be a good idea. There's an option there to have him off the bench, to have Jones off the bench, to have Jarvis off the bench. It means we can change things if we need to. Current scores as we have just gone past 2 o'clock. Bradford have equalised away at Salford, and Tranmere Port Vale is still 1-1. You know what's going to happen. Both teams are probably going to find a winner and heap lots more pressure on Notts. 30 minutes till kick-off. Both games have finished positive. Port Vale dropped points and drew at Tranmere. Maybe a product of sacking their manager, a little bit of an upturn in performance, but you know, Bradford have scored 94th minute to beat Salford away after being 1-0 down with 20 minutes to go. Fair play. That's what sides that get promoted do. If Notts were 1-1 today with Fleetwood going into that last few minutes, would I bank on us getting a winner? Probably not, but it's a massive result, and it feels like with the momentum they've got, I mean, they've got Gillingham coming up, they've got Tranmere coming up, Accrington. It feels like it might be a battle for 3rd place. Still a long time to go, but I think Walsall are already fairly comfortable, and I think also Bradford are looking a very good bet for that 2nd place. Massive today, absolutely huge. That lineup and the bench fills me with confidence, but we will see. About 5 minutes away from the ground. Oh, lots of Notts fans here. Standing sections packed, seating sections pretty full. We will be close to having at least half of their attendance for this game. Just seeing the players warming up, the shots in the wall, they look ready for it. Jody, great to see him there. Traore pinging a few in as well. It's going to be absolutely, you know, massive if we can get a win here going into the game on Tuesday night at home to Barrow. Let's see what happens. Literally 3 minutes till kick-off. Minutes in, 2 chances for Notts, 1 chance for Fleetwood. Fleetwood plays theirs over the bar. Notson put it in. Good tackle on Bedu. Could have been called a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. And then it's been played out to Gordon, who's already put a couple of decent crosses in. This one was headed wide by Whittaker. It's a good start. I mean, we must be 3 minutes in and 3 opportunities, so it could be quite an open game. No, not a bad start.
Oh, Whittaker knocks the ball forward. The defender looks like he's got it, and Abbott gets in, shows a bit of a turn of pace, and Abbott gets in one-on-one with the keeper, sends it the wrong way, puts it in the bottom corner, and that's the intensity we want, and it's 1-0 to Notts. We got 16 minutes in, but fantastic from Notts to get that, and the desire from Abbott. That's why he's one of our best players, and one of the players this season in League Two. Breaking play, 29th minute, Zach Johnson down, looks like he's bleeding from a bit of an elbow or head to the face, as they had a long throw into the box. Nothing really good of it. We've been decent, we've been pretty good. As Traore runs down in front of the Notts fans to warm up. We've already had Joe down there, Lewis McCarry, a couple of little players as well. Been here the chance for Traore, but no, it's been a good opening 28. We've looked quick, we've looked, I've got intensity, and bar a couple of sloppy passes which let them in, we haven't really been troubled by them. But we know, not even a third of the way into the game, that can change. Another second goal before our time, because we've been a side this season that have not really played consecutive halves of football in the same game very well, have we? Absolutely massive chance for Notts. Jatters put through some unbelievable play in the middle between Matty Palmer, George Abbott, Whittaker, and it goes through to Jatt, and it's one-on-one, very, very similar to George Abbott's goal, and he's got left and right to put it in. He puts it straight at the goalkeeper. That would have been it. 40 minutes into the game, that would have been 2-0 just for half time, killed any momentum they could get. I mean, we've got a free kick to put into the box, but that was a huge opportunity. Notts had a corner from that, resulting free kick for the Jatta chance. Put it in the box, didn't make anything of it. But we've got another one. And with Cerula and Palmer stood over it, it's gone short to Palmer, whips it in, it's fallen to the edge. You want Abbott to smash it, but it's not gone to plan, and they are looking to have a break. George Abbott's retrieved the ball really well, carries it back forward, gives it to Grant, and that's really, really good from Abbott. Nearing half time now, but that's really, really good to break up any play they could get, any opportunity to sort of gain a head of steam. A second would be so nice.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes added time.
Big tackle from Matty Platt minutes after Bassett forced one away for a fantastic save from long range. But there's 4 minutes added, as you've just seen. So we've got about 2.5 to try and sort of navigate through before our time. They're going to come out, with a 1-goal lead. They're going to think they can get back in the game. We've got to go and get a second, whether it's unlikely before half time or straight after the break. But they are on the front foot going into, the final minutes. Brief half-time reaction to that. Someone just said to me, it could be 2 or 3 up again. Yes, that's the worry. They've created a good few chances. They've come down Bedou's side, they've whipped them in. Bassett made a good save, Pat's made a good blue clearance. He's won every single header so far. But I would say, and it's that again, isn't it? We could be 2 up, we could be 3 up, and we're not. Some great interchange. For me, Abbott's finish is brilliant. Jatta has to score. Cerula drags one wide, which was a difficult chance at the end of that half. We're going to go into the second half. Doncaster winning. Bradford have got their win. We could gain, or we could pull further away from Port Vale with their drop points. It's big. Everything's big to play for. We're shooting towards the Notts fans second half. Hold your nerve. Go get a second. Go get a third if you can. That's what we need to see. We need to see that from us. We also needed to see a performance today after the last couple against Tranmere where he picked up points and Colchester where he picked up points. But let's go and actually get a victory with a really good performance. So first off, I'm really happy with what I've seen. Jatta rounds the keeper and looks offside. Go on, Bedu. Bedu. Gone to Grant, whip it in. And it's a Notts corner. Jatta rounds the keeper and you think put it in. And he thinks the angle's too tight. It reminds me of the home game not too long ago where he took it behind the keeper and just couldn't find the angle. And he's cut back and it's kind of shot at the keeper. I think it was Matty Palmer and it's just trickled and cleared away. But I don't know, if he'd have taken it first time, he may have scored. That's 2 big opportunities that come Jatta's way. We've got a corner. Nick Cerula gives it short to Matty Palmer. Go on. Whip it in. First to Abbott, we know can hit it. Gordon's got a lot of room. He's hitting well over the bar, but you've got to take these opportunities because they are going to have opportunities themselves in the second half. Catches on the break. Cerula committed himself, went to his man, and it allows him to stroll through past through to their striker, and he gets 1-on-1 with Matty Platt, and you think, it's a white horse to take him on. And he just sidesteps him and kind of drags it wide. It was a big opportunity from where I was anyway. Not with the best angle of that far goal, but it looked a good opportunity. And again, we started by just passing it out slowly from the back. Worked so far today, but it's still fairly in Notts' favour this second half. We've only played like 6 minutes. Somehow JATTA'S not scored at least one goal in this game. It's a good save from their keeper. Cerula, good link-up play, win it in the middle. He gives it to Grant, who goes to Cerula. He takes time to beat his man. He whips a good cross in. It's into the 6-yard box. Then JATTA just gets ahead of his man, and he does really well to get ahead of his man, to be fair. But it's kind of straight to the keeper, but it's the only contact he can actually make. As they come forward again, won the ball on the edge, good win, and Abbott some nice play. And yeah, we've got it under control again. Should be 2-3. Even, I dare say, should have scored 4. Penalty. I think it is a penalty as well. Ball's kind of bounced off the back of either Bedu or Platt, and Bass has come flying out, and I think he's too far out to then turn around and go back. Otherwise, he's going to have a tap in. 65 minutes, we should be out of sight. I say that about a lot of games, and I think it is a penalty. And it's probably getting a likelihood it's going to be 1-1, isn't it? Said it week in, week out. We need to take our chances, and we don't. I mean, seconds before this, it's one flashed across the box, and they intercept it before JATTA taps it in. But it's a penalty, and then number 7's going to take. It's a big moment in the game. Obvious to say. Here we go. Come on, Alex Bass. 1-1. Completely undeserved. We don't take our chances, get Jody or Traore, and with results going as they are, can't afford to draw this game. Simply cannot. Got some goal music as well. This could be a huge dent to our automatic hopes as Jarvis and Traore are coming on. This could be the one we look back at this season and say automatic's just gone away at Fleetwood. We've got 20 odd minutes. They haven't been in the game at all. And it's so frustrating. 20 minutes. I don't even think a draw would be enough at this point. We should have been absolutely out of sight. Grant off, Jarvis on. Gutted.
Off to Callum Gordon. Replaced by 10, Jody Jones. Off 27, Zach Johnson. Replaced by 28, Lewis McCrory.
82, gone. Probably 3 or 4 that's going to be added, so you're looking at about 12, 13 minutes to go. Not really created much since their goal, so the teams that go will salvage something from games like this. Well, the ones that go automatically. Look at Bradford earlier, they'll salvage something late in a game. Yes, JATTA puts it in, Abbott into him, scooped over the top. I think it was either Whittaker or Chody, view was a bit obscured. Shoots over the top, puts it across, there's no way he's missing this time. 89 minutes, you've got about 3 or 4 more added. At least, got to just go for it. Yeah, JATTA deserved that, he's deserved it. Player ratings back in the car after we have drawn 2-2 at Fleetwood. On the face of it, if you looked at the stats, you'll probably say it's a point gained. It does feel like 2 points dropped, though. I know we scored late on. Potentially could have had a penalty to make it 3-2, and actually broke away really well with Abbott, who couldn't get the pass right to make it 3-2. But we should have been out of sight. I said it earlier in the video. We should have been 4-0 up before they even got a sniff. I know you can't take things for granted in football, but it's genuinely the least threatened I've felt in an away game, being 1-0 up in years. Like, they didn't offer anything. And the second they scored that penalty, which was a penalty, Bass didn't need to come out for it. The second they scored that penalty, we were waiting to make our subs. The tide had turned, and yeah, they just hit us with a sucker punch second goal. And then I didn't actually think we'll get back in it. We did score a goal, but I still don't know the last time I saw us score a late winner in a long time. So yeah, gutted in that regard. But teams have dropped points around us. We have to look at that. Port Vale dropped points earlier. Wimbledon have lost. Walsall have lost. So teams have dropped points. Good day for Doncaster, good day for Bradford. But you're not going to get every side dropping points. So
yeah, well, I mean, we've still got that game in hand, but it's a tough game in hand away at Grimsby in a couple of weeks. So player ratings then, Alex Bass had nothing to do really all game until, well, one shot in the first half, and then second half he made a decent save at 2-2. But gave away a penalty. I thought he claimed everything okay from crosses, did a couple just nice and tidy, but that's the turning point in the game, and I can't. It might sound harsh. I'm going to give him a 5.5 because that is the turning point in the game. I think he's in no man's land. If he doesn't come out and make contact or go for the ball, I think the player's going to go around him and tap it in. But still, he just doesn't need to do it. And like, it's come off the back of Matty Platt, I think, and just rolled into an area. Just stay in your goal. You've got a much better chance of not letting a goal in if you stay in that goal. So I'm going to give him a 5.5. I'll go to Zach Johnson. I thought he was just an bang average today for me. So that's what my usual rating of an average performance. I'm going to give him a 6. I didn't see anything special from him. Didn't see any real bad errors from him either, other than a couple of loose passes in the first few minutes. Then we go to the centre. Matty Platt won every single header. Every header that was available, he won it. Dominated. And this is going to be strange because my ratings are going to be decent because I don't think it was a bad performance for 70 minutes. And then from sort of 85 onwards, I thought it was good as well. So I got a 15-minute spell where I don't think it was... We were that good, but then 85 odd minutes with the added time, I think we were actually okay. So it's going to be some strange ratings. Platt, I'm going to give a 7.5 today. I thought, as I said, he won everything. Was turned a couple of times in the second half, but that's when the game got stretched. Bedu on that left-hand side bombed forward a lot of times. Quite a lot of times he couldn't actually. He didn't get the pass through to him on the wing-back position when he made the run, and then that left us open down his side. A couple of times in the first half that happened as well, but I think he put in a good performance, 7.5 from him. Then I'm going to go to the wing-backs. Gordon, getting a lot of crosses in. He seems to get crosses in from the 18-yard, edge of the 18-yard box. They are good crosses, but a lot of the time you've just got Jatta in there to try and connect with it. And a lot of them, because of his pace, they're on breakaways. So there's not players up with him anyway. I'm going to give Gordon today a 6.5. A couple of times he was caught out of position as well. On the left-hand side, we did get to see a start, and I'm happy we got to see a start from Nick Cerullo. I was calling for it on Thursday. I think he can take a player on. I think first half he was our better of our two outlets in the wing-back position. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he did start to tire as the game went on, and then the changes were needed. In the centre of the pitch, Matty Palmer still wearing his mask. I thought did take the play pretty well, but I mean, week in, week out, and this is not a bad shout on Matty Palmer. He's being overshadowed by George Abbott, who I'll go on to in a second. I think he controlled the play pretty well. Lots of touches. He's not a player that breaks things up, really, but we had a lot of possession anyway, so he doesn't have to do that. That is one criticism I have, is we don't have someone strong in there to win the ball, shield it, knock players off the ball and win it back. But again, that's not his game, so I'm going to give Matty Palmer a 7. Then go to his partner, George Abbott, who scored the goal, showed a bit of pace, chased them down, lots of desire, spoke to Ben on the way out of the ground, who we had on Thursday's show, who's obviously got his vlog, so go and check that out. I'm sure he'll have one after the game. And he had pinpointed Abbott and said, wow, what a player. I could see him playing at a lot higher level. We all know that. The only concern I have is we're so reliant on a player that's like, 19, is even 20 yet. But his performances are outstanding. If he picked a better pass in that final minute, I mean, he's tied at the end of the game, it's stretched, it's a very quick counter-attack. We could have been looking at a 3-2 victory, and one that could have been massive in our season. But I thought he was excellent today. It's just expected now. It's expected he's putting these performances. When his performance level dropped a tiny bit in the last couple of games, or the Colchester game, we noticed it, but I'm going to give him an 8 today, because that goal, so calm, and Jatta could have watched his one-on-one and learned a little thing about putting it to the side of the keeper. And then going to two players that played behind Jatta. Grant, I thought, was steady today. I don't see the dislike for Grant. He's not a world beater, but he does his job. I thought he actually did break up the play a little bit. Nothing spectacular from him, 6.5. And then Whittaker, who I think is getting better. You look at the sign of Whittaker and Jarvis. Out of the two, Whittaker's getting game minutes, Jarvis isn't, and it tells massively, because Whittaker is improving week on week. Jarvis, for me, is not at the level yet. So I'm going to go Whittaker. I'm going to give a 7. Then we go on to Jatta, who I should be recording at least a video with at least the Jatta hat-trick. The one-on-one, 40 minutes in, the build-up play would have been one of our goals of the season. Better than the build-up play against Doncaster at their place. But the one-on-one, just either put it left, put it right at the goalkeeper, or try and chip it over him, and he's put it straight at him. And then I kind of knew, and Notts fans kind of knew, that there would be a twist if we didn't get a goal. So A key point of that match. He then rounds the keeper in the second half, and you think, just tap it in with your left. It's identical, I've already said, to something that happened at home a few weeks ago where he rounded a keeper, I think it might have been Carlisle at home, and didn't put it in the back of the net. Hasn't done it again today, but he does get rewarded with a goal in the 89th minute, and that's what good strikers do. That's 15 or 16 for the season, so he has got a goal, it has earned us a point, and I could be sat here saying we've got a striker that's never in the right position. He is in the right position, so I can't criticise him for that. To make 4 good opportunities for yourself with your movement and your build-up play and your link-up play, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Gets the goal that equalises, but some big chances missed. Then going on to our subs then. Macari, good to see him back, but not enough to really see him do anything. 6.5, not enough minutes. Jody, he came on, but we did see more of him. He did see more of the ball. I'm going to go 7 for Jody. And it was clear, the second he entered the pitch, all Fleetwood wanted to do was go after him, 2 players on him, force him to go down the centre, and he still provided, you know, plenty of opportunities for Notts. Even if he doesn't do anything with it, he takes 2 players, so it leaves someone free, and he's going to be vital. We saw probably a 50% fit in terms of match sharpness, Jody Jones. It's great to have him back, and then let's see some more of him at home against Barrow on Tuesday. Other subs then, Jarvis. He's not at Whittaker's level, but he did create a few opportunities. He had a shot that was forced over right at the end of the game, but he did lose it a couple of times. Well, I'm going to go 6, and yeah, I'm probably going to go a 6.5 for him. And then Traore as well. It looks very, very sharp in my opinion. Still feels a little bit lightweight, but he's getting used to the physicality of League 2. But his link-up play is decent. His link-up play is decent, and he seems to snap into things quite quickly. We need to see, and speaking to the people I've been to the game with today, we need to see Didsy back in there for a bit of strength, who can hold the ball up, because at the moment it's all falling on Jatta. But you know, let me know, is it 2 points dropped or is it a point gained? I think it's a good performance, but we have to be killing these teams off. Like I've said it twice in this video, look at Bradford. They managed to get a win today. But it's not all doom and gloom. We go again Tuesday night, and the picture for automatics, the picture for players could look very, very different. Let me know your player ratings. Let me know how you listen to the game. Leave a like, and as always, please subscribe to the channel.